Hello, Locky.
Hello, how you
How
doing?
are you?
Oh, I'm not bad. How are you?
Not too bad. Long time no see.
I know. And hey, I wanted to say, do you know what just
Yes.
happened just before the live, before we had to go
What?
live?
What?
Like Joel ate an apple but found a seed that was already sprouted. So like,
In the
yeah, in the apple, it's already
oh,
like root, so I've buried it.
yes, yes.
Yeah,
In a pot. In a pot.
yeah, in a pot with some good soil.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Oh,
blood.
good. I can't wait to find out what happens to it.
I think it will do pretty good. Like it's
Oh yes.
already looks like the seed, like the greenness is going to start coming out soon. It's
Yep.
already opening up. So it's like, oh wow,
Yep. Very good.
really
Okay,
cool.
people. Where? Oh, gee, there's already a whole heap of people in there.
Oh wow.
Okay. We just decided to do this pop up tonight because we could.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
And look who's beside me, Locky.
yeah, it's been a while.
I
I
don't.
just
When did we do a live together, Locky? I have to look back. Um.
the last one we did.
Yes.
That was last week. I'm pretty sure.
I can't even. I can't even tell. I can't be bothered looking at the moment, but I
No.
know it's been a little while.
Do you know how I have all the mint leaves? I just
Pardon me.
crushed.
Yes.
I just crushed them up, and I like blew or something, and now they're all over like my desk.
You can actually you could probably drink those.
I have so much. I'm about to like get more, and my lemon balm plant is like I need to
Yep.
trim it back, so like it's good. I've got heaps.
Oh,
Chocolate lemon
excellent.
balm tea. It's
Did
good.
you see my little cucumber? It's
Yes, it's getting there.
long.
Hey,
It's
oh,
all prickly.
how's your avocado today? Have you checked it?
Oh yeah. Well, it's the stem on it is about that long, so I guess we're looking at about three centimeters. So I could probably bury that soon. Could I?
Yeah, well, you could. A lot of people wait till the stem starts showing because you like to watch the roots grow, but
Okay.
it's better to do it now because it will settle in the ground better.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll talk to you about that later, guys.
Yes.
Please show us some love hearts across the screen, and don't forget to like the live at the top. We've got 4 love hearts there. Just show us a few more. And yeah, tonight we're doing private readings. Jeez, Caroline, get your head together. Donated readings have a priority. Hi, Sonia, how are you?
Hey.
So the donated readings will have a priority. Any free readings that happen will only be about a minute or so long. They will just be very short readings, and probably I don't know why my guides are telling me, but I'm sure Lockie will be okay with this, that I do a few more short readings than he does. Just because I'm picking up intuitively what needs to be said. But if Lockie wants to weigh in on it, he can absolutely do that. Are
Yeah.
you doing private readings? I'm very funny, Mila. Very funny. I spent most of the day on my computer, on my laptop today, because I'm trying to figure out what phone to get.
Oh.
And oh my God,
Mm,
doing my head in. Just doing
yeah.
my head in.
Same.
Absolutely doing my head in. All right. Okay, people, show us a few more love hearts on the screen. And if you could please like the live or love the live. And if you are new, I don't think I've seen any newbies here yet. Please don't forget to like the pages that we've got. They're in the overview, so just check them out. And yeah, we'll be doing some stuff. Tell us where you're all from. For people
Yeah.
who are where are you all from? Sheena, where are you from?
I'm just going to quickly share out real quickly.
Yes. I like his background too, Sonia. It's a nice change. It shows running water. And he gets to look at it during the live as well. You can't see my candle. That's not very good. I like my candle in. Hang on a minute. Why can't I see that? There you go. Now you can see it. Shared in publicly, guys. Okay. Shared publicly. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For all of you who are sitting in the background, please come say hello. It is nice, isn't it? Hi, Renee. How are you? I got your donation, Mila. You beautiful soul. You're always donating. You're always donating. So anybody else want to follow her lead, please do. Do you see me doing okay in my new role? I started today. Sorry, I'm just listening to my dogs. I have to pay particular attention to them at the moment. Indy, come here. Come on. She's being naughty. I can hear her barking. You stay here. Christine, I do see you doing well in your new role. They're telling me that it is important for you to make sure that you communicate properly. All right. I don't know what type of a role this is, but it feels like my guides are saying to me not to point the finger. They're saying to make sure that you communicate properly with the people that you're working with. Need a reading, Caroline. Still feeling down. Okay, Mila, we've got you first on the list, so that's what will happen. Yeah.
But
And
Christine, sorry.
no, go on.
I just felt before, it's like I just wanted to say the very first day of starting a job is nothing like you've got to work into it again and get used to it. But like it's gonna go good, but you're gonna might feel off starting like out of place when you start.
Yeah.
But it's like always the first week, and then after the week you think, oh wow, I'm like loving this.
Yes.
You know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And make sure that you ask for people's help, okay? Because they always like to feel included when you people. Catherine McNeil, I got your donation as well. I'll write you up. So just remember tonight, guys, we're not going to be on here for long. I know I always say this, but, we both need to have an early night because, I'm thinking Lockie's the same as me, haven't been sleeping too well, and that's not good for our health anyway. But, so we will – I got it, Kathy. So we will keep it to maybe a couple of hours. So if you want a reading, please pop your donations through so that you can get in while the queue is small, so to speak. All right, and I'm sure lots of people are going to come in later, and you may have to wait a little bit longer. So do your best to sort through whether or not you'd like a free reading, a donated reading. It's really weird. I'm feeling a little bit, I don't know what the word is, disconnected, connected but not connected but disconnected. It's like I've got all these thoughts running through my head, but they're not coming out of my mouth properly. It feels like I'm stuck in emotions or feelings and thoughts, and they're just not coming out of my mouth properly.
It's like stuttering in a sense, like with your thoughts and your words and like what you say compared to
Sheena, have you liked our pages? Please just let me know before you request a free reading.
Sorry, I've got the urge that I need to sneeze. I don't feel it fully coming on, but it's just that tingly. What is the best
looking
remedy?
Up at the light? If you've got a light in just turn off the camera and just do it very slowly and just keep your head still and just look up at the light.
It's just like, it's like yeah.
Nice,
Nah, I'll try that.
Sheena, for some reason you're coming to mind for me at the moment. Okay, good. All right. I don't know where in the world you are, but my guides are saying to me that you need to get out into nature. You need to ground. You have a number of gifts, Sheena. I don't know where this is coming from, but you have a number of gifts that you could tap into a lot more than what you do at the moment. And they're saying if you ground to Mother Earth, if you get out into nature, you will find that it will come to you more easily. They're also telling me about, dietary wise, that you need to restrict yourself a little bit more. Not restrict yourself, just change your eating habits. Okay, you're in New Zealand. All right, so just have a think about those things and let me know whether or not they resonate. And when you write in the comments, could you please tell me what I've said and how it resonates for you? Because I have a habit of forgetting what I've told people because it's not meant for me to hold on to those particular memories or those things that are coming to me for you. All right, so okay, so we've got Mila and we've got Catherine. Anybody else like to put in a donation? Just pop the donation through. Did it work?
Not really, but I used a bit of mint and like was breathing in the aircon air, so I was just trying to like, yeah, kind of. It's just right up there, you know.
Yes, I know. I know. Actually, I
And mint
might
actually does help
do.
with the mint leaves. Yeah, no, I did earlier. It's real.
Right. Okay. So, all right. So we're going to get moving. Are you okay to move into our first reading, Locky?
Yeah, if you like.
Right, so we've got, yes, I have dreams, very unsure of my gifts as I don't talk about them. Sometimes they are scary. Yeah, but they're asking you, they're telling you, Sheena, that it's okay. It's basically giving you the blessings to move into these gifts that you've got. This is what you're going to be moving into in 2023 and not be so scared by them. The only reason you're scared by them is because you don't understand them enough, okay? Yes, absolutely, Amy. You can donate. I'll put my PayPal link in there, which I haven't done. PayPal.me/Caroline Thomas 2
And so,
for
like, there's a lot of like heavy chest feelings. Do you feel that too? Like,
Sheena.
oh, just for like
For,
general, like in a,
yes,
what do you call it?
yes. It's just
Like,
it's a reading for everybody.
yeah, collective type of, yeah.
That's it. Thank you. So you didn't need me at all.
No, it took me a while though.
Hang on, I've just got to pin that comment
Mm. It still
before I
doesn't, yeah. I still don't know how to pin comments, even on
on the
personal pages.
on the phone. I can't do it on my screen. I have to do it from my
Oh,
phone.
it's annoying how far computers are compared to phones. Have you noticed?
Yes.
Like they're older and like way behind than
Yeah.
phones. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Sheena, so let us know if you would like to move into something a little bit more in depth. You can pop your donation through. That way we can spend a little bit more time with you. All right. Um, okay. All right. So, Mila, sweetheart, are you around? Hi, Carol Thomas. How are you?
Mhm.
Weird saying that.
It would. It would.
Uh, where are you? Awesome, thank you. All right. So, Mila, there she is there. Okay, Mila, let's have a look at you. Actually, no, they don't want you to use that one. They want a different one. Which one are you going to give her? Amy Evers. Amy Evers. Okay, I've got your donation, Amy. Mila, Sorry, I'm still trying to pick out a deck for you. They won't. Every time I pick one up, they go, no, 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 not that one, not that one.
I just keep getting like podcasts that are like kind of meditations, but I don't know what you would call them. Like listening to podcasts and podcasts. I don't know why I keep thinking,
Vanilla.
yeah, like guidance podcasts, but also stories more so. Like, I don't know why I keep getting, but there's this one lady that I'm seeing, like, she did a story about like just her near death experience or whatnot, but it's just a podcast type of motivational, her motivational speaking from her experiences. And like, I just keep feeling like she talks about how, you know, she came back and had the choice and all this stuff. And I keep seeing like stories and podcasts.
Her daughter listens to
Yeah,
podcasts.
yeah. I feel it'd be good to listen to like, I don't know why I keep thinking like near death people do near death experiences and like they
Yep.
also do like alien encounters and all those things. I keep seeing that them type of podcasts going on. I don't know why. It's just real. Yeah. Yeah. I feel it'd be good to get like ideas of how people move forward through really tough situations because then it's going to give you a lot more like strength. Does that make sense to move through the littler situations listening to other people's guidance?
Yep.
Yeah, because I think just simply hearing like I did this and I made it and like I, you know, hearing people just say their stories and how they've made it in such challenging situations will make you get through other things a lot easier. Does that make sense? Like knowing people would like have the ability to just say, I know people that are just say getting in a car accident and they survive horrific things, but then have all these experiences. Like it shows that we can get through so many things that we feel we can't. Does that make sense? Like
Yep.
I just feel listening to other experiences will definitely give her a little bit more, you know, strength, if that makes sense.
Yes, yes. There is a need for hello, darling. There is a need for strength at the moment, Mila.
Mm.
I have picked out. I didn't pick out the card. It fell out of the deck, and obviously, I asked the deck, "What is it that Mila needs to know?" So it has. I think because I haven't read the book, what the book meaning itself is, but you know, we all in the spiritual community, I think you know what this means as soon as I show you the card. All right, a higher view. They're asking you to take a higher view. They're asking you to take a higher perspective, like a conscious neutrality, letting go of judgment. Sorry, I just have to figure out who that one was from. Um, letting go of judgment. Sometimes it says in here, sorry, just have to write it down before I got your donation, Carol. um, it says sometimes in our lives, our lives are suction cupped to the end of our noses and we can't see beyond ourselves. This happens to everyone once in a while. We fall into an automatic response of life and react from a learned, conditioned place rather than one of awareness. Being in reactivity keeps us repeating old patterns. Conversely, the avoidance of our triggers could keep us in our comfort zone, policing our attempts at new things. So the other day, Mila, when I suggested something to you, did you actually follow through on that? Just let me know yes or no if you. Sorry, I'll put that question to you a different way. Did you actually do what we discussed right at the end of our conversation? And are you still doing that now? Now, they're also saying here too, the way to be successful in your endeavors is to connect with others, is a step out of your comfort zone with this. Good. Thank you, Miller. I needed to see that. Um, that they're asking you to change that perspective. See the higher meaning in this, all right? See the different meanings that you can see within this. I'm picking up, and I think I may have mentioned this to you the other day, that there is a lesson here for you. And I think it's all about boundaries as well, all right? So just make sure that your boundaries, your personal boundaries are being put in place here because your self-worth is being tested here. Okay. So what's happening to you at the moment, um, you have you could do one of two things. You could either react or you don't react, right? And the first one feels normal to a lot of people to react when something happens to them. So what they're asking you to do is take that higher view, take that higher perspective, all right, and change the way you deal with things like that. The lesson left me upset though, and I'm doing the best. Yes, absolutely. Um, um, yeah. They keep telling me, Mila, they keep telling me that this is a test.
Mm.
All right.
So can I just say something really
Yes,
quickly?
go
I
for
just
it. Go
got the
for it.
words, real quick words, just said, "How dare you interrupt my vibe?" Does that make sense? Or like my energy? That's what I got. Just quickly had to just. It was just jumped.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's
How
fine.
dare
And
you
that
interrupt my
was
vibe?
for Mila.
Yeah, yeah. Like it was like somewhat. It's like a guide. I'm not sure. Just saying, "How dare you interrupt my vibe?" So like,
Yeah.
you
So
know,
bigger,
sorry.
see the bigger. No, 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 don't. Keep going with that, Locky.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, but it's more so the mindset of like being stronger and overpowering. Like, how dare you? I'm me. I can do what I want. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah,
having that mindset of just sorry, they just completely. I just seen my thoughts go like a wave. Does that make sense through my
oh,
brain? Like, I don't know, like clearing. So I do sense there's clearing of some sort, but with the attitude of saying like, how dare you interrupt my vibe? It's standing in your stronger power, saying like, fuck you, how dare you? I can move on and I'll get my vibe back even stronger. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And it is a hard process, Mila. It is a hard process because it's actually what they're telling me is that it's a grieving process that you're going through. And it doesn't matter what the situation is, people. So if this resonates for you, we're talking to Mila at the moment, but if it resonates for you in any way, um, it is a process for you. It's that grieving process that you're going through that is so very fucking hard, considering
Mhm.
the effort that you put in to the given situation. It kind of feels like you were blindsided, and it's like it feels like you were just slammed to the ground, basically.
Mm.
Comes in waves up and down. Yeah, and that's what grief does. All right,
Mhm.
and slowly those waves will just basically even out. But it's It's really hard letting go of the emotions that belong with that situation is the hardest part. All right.
Mhm.
Because and they're saying to me when you said you feel disappointed, they want you to apportion some of that disappointment to the situation, right?
Mm.
Don't, whatever you do, be disappointed in yourself.
That's very true. Very, very. That's yeah. That's very true. Be disappointed at the situation, not yourself. Like
Yeah,
that's yeah, highlighted in my brain. You know, when you said
yeah,
that, I was yeah.
yeah,
With the cards, they're answering the question that like, you know, you are going to come out of this, and like I see you being more inspired and more delighted in the end. So that like the cards are saying that like to your question, original question was that like it is going to get better and you're going to have more like you're going to be more inspired. Does that make sense? And I
Yeah.
see how Mila will do that because she's such a like riser. So I think she'll rise from this situation and be inspired by it. Like
Yeah.
she'll end up being mentally inspired by it and
Yes.
delighted. Like I see that delighted
Yes.
feeling that like I'm glad it's happened, you
Yeah.
know, like I'm like it's a blessing that it's happened and you're inspired because you know you yeah I see that's
And
how
see, the other thing that you say with that as a blessing, what we
mm,
can't see when we're going through the grieving process is
mm,
the blessing itself. Now,
mm,
the situation I know was getting stronger and stronger for you, Mila. But and they're saying that this was okay to do with what Lockie said. This was probably the best time for the blessing in this lesson to come through, rather than much later down the track
mm,
when you're more invested. Mila, I need to read this out from the book because they told me to draw another card for you. It's card number 16 and it says the Royal You. All right, look at this fucking crown, woman.
mm,
All right,
mm,
see that crown? Number 1 and 6, 16, 1 and 6 is 7. The key concepts for this particular card, Mila: vulnerability as a strength. Vulnerability as a strength. It's not a weakness. All right. Letting others see your wounds as well as your strengths, setting healthy boundaries. That is what this card is about. It says this is a time of connection that asks you to be vulnerable and authentic. Let go of any social masks or constructs that use to keep you apart from others. Lower your shields and allow yourself to step into the dance of intimacy. And that intimacy they're talking about to me with yourself, all right? You have done nothing wrong here. You got caught in a web. Just remember that you got caught in a web. Um, at a spiritual level, there are so many lessons being offered to you in this closeness to yourself, okay? At a social level, intimate relationships help you ignite the spark of life. That is the power of infinity. You flourish as a result of offering emotional honesty and true desire for equality, love, and friendship and laughter. You
yeah
know the people that you can have that with, all right? There are some people that you can't have that with. And blessing that Lockie was talking about is now. Right, this is the hidden blessing in this lesson for you. We aren't meant to be alone, yet sometimes we are wounded and we build walls around ourselves so that we don't get hurt again. It's time to be honest about yours and step out from behind that barrier and engage in all of life. This is a beautiful opportunity to allow your vulnerability to be your strength. As you choose to live in integrity, which you were and which you still are, because of the way you're handling this, as devastating as these emotions are for you, you are working through them. Grief just doesn't stop like that. All right, it's a process. Um, they're asking you to connect. So connect with the people that you can connect with. When you live in this way, everything and everyone thrives. So you have no need to defend yourself, which is what I said to you the other day. You have no need to defend yourself when you are being truly and utterly you, empowered by your raw openness and willingness to be seen. In this way, your close encounters will not fail you. There is much to celebrate when you stand eye to eye, shoulder to shoulder, sharing your heart. And that sharing will come when the right situation arises. You keep sharing yourself the way you have been. All right. This was a lesson in your boundaries. Make sure that they're there. Make sure that you hold your head up.
I pulled a few cards, and the three that I pulled, I had to read it. It read it out to me as a sentence, really. And its first card was proud, but I'll just say, to me, I'm seeing proudly accepting mistake. But I want to say mistake is not mistake. I see it as in the chaos. So I'll show you the cards. First card was proud. Second card was accepting, and then the last card was mistake. So the first card was proud. And when I sing that, I sing proudly, and I don't know. I just see her proudly accepting the chaos that happened. So with the mistake, you can just see the artwork I'm looking at is chaos, or the wackiness is what I'm going to say, the out of portionness, it's not a mistake. But I see these cards are saying proudly accepting mistake. So I feel that is something Mila is going through, like and will accept and go through, and proudly accept her lesson. Does that make sense? I would say it's more lesson than mistake, but that's the card that came out.
Yes.
And then the last cards I got was like, I'm not too sure, like, I don't know why, but I'm not too sure if it's the right meaning towards the word discourage. I don't know why, but discourage, blessed and brave. When I got that, I just said, don't discourage the fact that you're blessed and brave. So it was like, don't disregard the fact that, like, don't just push it aside and think, nah, I'm not blessed, I'm not brave, I'm not this. Like, don't put that aside. No, you are blessed and brave. Does that make sense? Don't just put it aside, and don't just, let that slip, and don't, like, let yourself get into the trap of thinking you're not blessed and brave. Does that make sense? Like,
you're not blessed and brave, that you're not good enough.
Yeah, like,
that you feel like you might be less than brave, because you are.
I don't, like, instead of being like, oh, like, I'm not blessed, like, don't discourage that, just say I am. Like, it's a big part of you, if that makes sense. And that's where these cards are, like, showing you overcoming this very strongly. Does that make sense? And coming out of it with, inspiration more than trauma. Does that make sense? Like, it's going to just keep her inspired more than knock her down completely, if that makes sense. But not be happy. It's fair enough to be, angry, frustrated, all the emotions you're feeling. Like, when things like these happen, you realize, like, sometimes you're like, holy shit, I could be a nasty person. Does that make sense? Like, sometimes think the thoughts are thoughts. That does, like, if you have nasty thoughts, keep it to yourself and just laugh it off. No one knows your thoughts. Just, if you say, fuck this prick, you know what I mean? Like, that it feels wrong, like, don't just think it. It's fine. You're allowed to think these.
Yeah. Well, you're human. You're human. No?
Exactly. Like, I sit there and think, holy crap, my thoughts are kind of aggressive, but it's just thoughts. I'm not, I'm just doing it a way where I can do it and not hurt anyone, or, do anything crazy. But if you just sit there and think, fuck you, you prick, like, you know what I mean? Like, call him all you want in your mind, like, say, like, yeah.
Exactly. And you know what? Every time I turn over a card, Mila, I can't help but know that it is meant for your situation. And this card is card number 13, but it reads transformation. But this is actually the death card, all right? So the ending of one situation allows a door to a new opportunity to come forward, okay? And I know you're feeling defeated. So when you start to feel defeated like that, what I want you to do is just tell yourself that this was one of those things that you needed to learn before you step into the real relationship. And besides, he wasn't on your frequency.
No, because I got the wise card, and I was thinking, he's not onto that level of wiseness. I seen that, and you would have had trouble thinking, like, having these thoughts, and, like, they're not your level. Yeah. And it's such a blessing. I'm actually excited for her mental space when she does go through the emotions and the process of what she has to go through. Does that make sense? Because I'm excited to see that. again, it's just a reminder to keep standing in your power and don't take shit that you
Yeah.
don't deserve. You know, like, you know what I mean?
It's the grieving process that's hard for you, Mila.
Mm-hmm.
At least you're back, Carol. The grieving process is the hardest. You just need to go with it, right? Feel the feelings and then let them go.
Mm. It's a gross freaking feeling. Like, it's not
It
something.
is, yeah,
Mm.
absolutely. And you're tired of being heartbroken. Oh my God, that's the understatement of the year. You know,
Yeah.
seriously, I
Mm.
get it, Mila. I absolutely, totally get what you're saying. I'm just so over people, and I don't know why there is such a huge need in this world for people to break somebody else's heart. I don't
Mm.
get it. Now,
Mm-hmm.
why would you do that?
Mm.
Yeah. Anyway, um, Hi Penny, how are you? It's going to take me a while to open up again. No, well, okay. So,
And
oh,
I think
I'm
I know what you just said.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. And Lockie's just kind of read what I've done,
Mm.
what the guys were saying to me. No,
Mm.
no, right? No, 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 no. Right? Open up again. You know, if you get anything from this reading or the one I told you about the other day, it is not your fault. You got stuck
Mhm.
in that web and it wasn't your lesson. All right. The only thing that you need to get out of this is to just make sure that your boundaries are in place. And they are. You were open, you were honest, you did everything that you possibly could for this particular person, and just take a wander back through your part in this relationship. And if you come back and arrive at the fact, oh, well, you know, I did nothing wrong. Yeah, well, maybe I could have tweaked it here a little bit, but it's nowhere near as fucking bad as what that person did to me. All right. So just allow yourself to be open. You
Mm.
know, don't shut yourself down because you may miss that opportunity.
As I say, I feel like that opportunity could be very present, even when she feels she might not be ready. It's going to like be present. So, and
Yep.
it's gonna be something you're like, fuck, I like, and you're gonna try not to like block that. You know, you can open up when you feel it in your heart. Does that make sense? But if you
Yep.
have someone there and it just seems like they're playing games, just bugger them off. Does that make
Yep.
sense? You know, you'll know within your heart
Yep.
when to open up. Does that
Yep.
make sense? Mm.
You do what I do. You just say, look, if you're in this to just have a good night out and just have somebody to go out to dinner with or do whatever you want, forget it. Go away. I'm not
Mm.
interested.
Yep.
Not interested. For three partners.
Mm.
Yes, and that's the
Mm.
aftermath of it, Carol. We can all look, most of the times, most of us can look back at that and say that it's better for them to be out of their life. It's the grieving process that's hardest to get through.
Mm.
I know I won't. Okay, thank you, Mila. Thank you. That's what I wanted to hear. That's what I wanted to hear. Do you have any other questions, Mila, before we move on to Catherine McNeil or Kathy McNeil? Anybody else want to put through their donations, please do. There are 3 people that we're reading for at the moment, so if you would like an in-depth reading, please pop your donation through. It won't be a long live tonight. This was an unscheduled live. Um, I've got another one to do tomorrow with Penny and Chandra in the morning.
I like them lives. It's so good. It's
Yeah.
always real nice. Like
Lockie,
good.
you can wake up with us. You can come into the chat and you can say,
Mm.
hi, guys.
What time is it on?
11 o'clock in the morning, so you're 10 o'clock. You might not be awake.
Yeah, I struggle.
You should
So
just
bad.
put the phone on and go. Look, if you can't sleep tonight, why don't you go find me an iPhone, all right?
Okay. Oh god, I don't know. Like what one? Like phones? Like for the price, it's too scary to
I
choose.
know,
Like you know, like
I know.
oh, oh. So it's like
Okay, all
cheap
right.
Nokias. There we go.
Penny, 7:15, 8:15, 9:15, 10:15, 11:15. So Penny is going to be 12, 13, 14, 15 hours approximately away when we go live. Okay, so I don't know whether that's today, tomorrow, or whatever it is for you, but it's 15 hours away from now. That was one of the phones that I was considering getting, and then I did the wrong thing because I've been saving all of this, for the last probably 4 months to get a phone. And every time I looked at the iPhone 11, I thought, yes, gonna get it, gonna get it, gonna get it. Went to get it over the Christmas time, and they were all gone because everybody had bought one
Oh,
for Christmas. And I thought,
yeah.
oh, okay, so what are you guys trying to tell me? Not to get an iPhone 11? So then
Mm.
today, I went online and I've been looking all day, and there's
Oh.
only about $200 or $300 difference between the 11 and the 14.
Well, eventually, it would be worth it, like in the long run, when you think like because of updates, all this stuff, you will get longer,
Yes, yes,
you
and
know, be
yeah.
up to date, like, because yeah.
Sonia, I did look at the refurbished ones, but I've had a refurbished one with my iPhone 6S, and the battery life in them is not as good as the new phones. So I'm not
Mm,
doing that anymore.
mm.
Okay. Anybody else want to put through a donation? Please do. Kathy McNeil, are you here? Oh, okay. Somebody just.
Samsungs I've noticed have actually, in my opinion, been better, like to drop and stuff like that. If you're clumsy,
What?
my screen just went
Weird?
weird.
Oh, you would. There was nothing wrong with your screen.
No, like my whole computer screen light went like kind of.
You got somebody around you?
I'm so confused. Something's going on. Something's going on. Something's not right. There's like the energy must be something must have just come in because the energy then just.
Yeah, have you got some Palo Santo or some? Have you got a candle
I don't
burning?
feel. I feel okay with.
Okay.
It was just a bit of a like spike. Does that make sense? I would say.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
it
The new
does.
flip phone. A flip phone. Penny said she has the new flip phone.
How do you have a flip phone? I thought they were really old ones. And you mean the ones that when you flip it open, it actually shows you the whole screen on both sides of the phone?
Yeah, like what?
That's weird. That would just be really weird to me. But
I haven't had a flip phone. Like
I know that was one of my favourites. But they do actually. I think they open up now, and you get the
really?
whole phone on
Ah,
both. It's not just the flip,
like,
and there's nothing on the flip. You get both.
oh, that's cool. Is that good? That's cool. Shit.
Yes, it's new. Yeah,
I
very
used to
cool.
have the Motorola. It was just a little,
Yes.
wasn't even flip. It was just the little egg-looking
You didn't
thing.
step down here into Victoria and come and buy the phones that I was supposed to be buying.
Wait, what do you mean?
You seem to get all the things that I got. You seem to anyway. Let's
Oh,
another time. All right, Kathy McNeil. Where are you, Kathy McNeil? I'm here. Just a general reading, please. Okay. Um, full screen folds and works well folded. Okay. Just Kathy McNeil. Need to know. Kathy. Okay. This card is all about spiritual unions. Now, it could be a number of things for you. It could be to do with a person. It could be to do with yourself. It could be some type of emotional bond that you're going through at the moment, like a kindred soul or a family member. It could be a friend. It could be a business associate, a partner, even a situation, or just just a specific situation. But they're saying that now is probably the perfect time for you to realize that, um, how do I put this, um, the union between the two of you, the union between yourself and yourself, between you and another person, needs to be nurtured, right? And sometimes those relationships are not specifically about one person. Oh, I don't know what that was. Something went past me. No friends, no partners. But they're saying that, that the union between a situation, between a person or a situation, is always supposed to be equal. That they're asking you to notice an interaction that's happening between you and somebody else. You're saying you've got no friends, but they're showing me that you do. You may not call them close friends, but they're it feels like somebody is taking your energy, and it's not really an even exchange for you. Um, I also feel wiped out, Kathy. I feel like I've had enough. I feel like I just want somebody to hold me. Like, when am I going to be taken care of? When is somebody going to take care of me? It's like, I've suffered heartache, I've suffered loss, and all I seem to get out of life is just me. Is that resonating for you? Does this make sense to you? Um, just let me know if it is. It's just like, there's a lot of sorrow there. There's a lot of disappointment there, distress. Uh, they want you to, if this is making sense to you, and I'll wait for you to answer. Um, they're wanting you to focus on yourself. So when you look at this card, they want you to focus on yourself. All right. They want you to see that union between yourself and yourself. There's a couple of sides to you, Kathy. I don't know whether you're a what do they call it, Locky? The star sign. Oh,
What one?
I don't know. The sides to this person.
Two
Um,
sides.
yeah. I'll think of it in a minute. It will come to me in a minute. But I'm just getting you frustrated with life in general.
Oh,
Um,
sorry. I'm sorry.
that's okay.
I realized I haven't been clicking. I felt
No,
bad.
that's okay.
Sorry.
I tried to connect with the higher self, but not working. You're a Libra. Okay, so all right. There's a lot of balance that you need to work with. They're saying, all right. This is all about balance as well as spiritual union. It's about balance. And Libran people are very good at balancing things, but it just feels like it's out of alignment at the moment. It feels like you've gone through, separations and disappointments and loads of distress. And it's just causing an imbalance in the way you are dealing with life. It's like you're locking yourself away and you won't go out and meet people when you could go out and meet people. It doesn't feel like depression, but it feels similar to depression. Um, they don't want you to be too negative about the heartache and the loss that you've gone through, because as I said to Mila before, it's not about the what has well it is about what's happened to you, but it's about letting go of the emotions that always trigger these situations for you. um, You know, they're painful experiences, but they're just as valuable as the joyful ones, right? They want you to see that there is a balance here, and I can't move this feeling off my shoulders, Kathy. Closed my heart off, being really hurt 10 years ago, and shut myself to life. Yeah, that's just what I'm picking up. And what they want you to do is just please, Kathy, don't stay in this shell, right? This is not who you are. This is not who you were before you had this massive upheaval in your life. That you know, the one that you had 10 years ago. Um, closing yourself off to life is not what being human is about. Okay, be open and allow people to give to you. I just, you know, I can't get rid of this feeling on my shoulders. I can't. It feels really heavy, and they want you to lighten your load a little bit.
Mm. I agree. Like
Yeah,
what I'm picking up also is ways to, lighten the load or
yeah, go for it.
yeah. What I got though, the cards that I got, they've been really coming in reverse lately. I'm not too
Yeah,
sure of the situation that's happened where you've been felt hurt, but I see the card that came up. They came up upside down first, which was ungrateful and violent. So I feel like the situation may have been, you may have been taken advantage of, and you know, you may have felt people were acting ungrateful, or there was ungratefulness in the situation, and some sort of like just this violent behavior. But I wanted to say with that situation, I want and the whole. Sorry, there's a lot. So the peacefulness. Sorry, and I'm trying to make sure I word it correctly.
yeah, yeah,
The peaceful and thankfulness I got is I wanted to say before I had. I don't know what to call them because I don't see them as angels, but I don't see them as guides either. But they're beings like in an orchestra or something. Like it's like a
yeah.
full on. That's why I felt a bit offy before because I felt that singing type of
Angelic.
energetic music. Yeah, like the music itself is energetic. So they asked me to suggest you to go to a peaceful place and just feel thankful of where you're at right now, thankful. Like, so what I was getting was if you can please go to just say into nature, into somewhere that's quiet, into a quiet zone. um I'm seeing, and like I'm just seeing you in a quiet bushy zone, just saying, like, being peaceful and thankful. You're like just calming your mind while this singing music energy is like frequencing with your energy. I see it with your hearing. Sorry, I'm seeing a lot with this. Okay, I need to get them to slow down a bit. I feel, Kathy, does your mind must race a lot because they keep coming fast and then slow and then fast and then slow. So I feel they always come, like, thoughts come in waves for Kathy, like, because they're coming in at different speeds, like with the information I'm receiving. So it's like one moment I'm kind of manically overthinking, and then one minute it kind of dies down. So that's where they are suggesting you to go into nature, let that harmonic energy synchronize with your energy, and give yourself just some time to be thankful of the trees, the earth. Like I'm just seeing, be thankful for the smells that you're smelling, like the smell, like I feel like I'm smelling fresh rain. So if it's bound to rain where you are, please go somewhere where like I see the dirt smoking because of the rain and I smell in it. So I'm
Yeah,
just feeling she needs to go somewhere where she can appreciate the smell of rain, the dirt.
yeah.
I'm actually craving that a lot. I feel I need it in my bones,
Yes.
my like
Yes.
nerves. So her nervous systems she must be very nervous, I feel, because I feel it in my nerves that the smell of things triggering my nerves, but it's good. Um, I see that once you're able to give yourself that break and synchronize with this energy that these angels are singing to you and orchestrating to you, I'm gonna say, like full on orchestra, I'm gonna say, like for her. That once she goes into this, being able to retreat in nature and smell it truly, like I see this. Sorry, I feel it in my eyes. The
It's
smell
just
of dirt,
immersed. She's going to be immersed in it.
like full on. So the smell of the rain or something, the beach, the salt water, like the smell is just extremely going up your nose. So I feel like this will help you get a better perspective and see more possibilities. So it's going, I feel like even if you could go onto the beach, I'll say, if there's a lighthouse or something near you, even walk up the lighthouse, walk along the beach. And this is gonna just realize, hey, I like doing this. I should do it more often, you know? And then you're gonna start seeing possibilities like, hey, I enjoy, walking along the beach, and I'm going to do this every day. And you're going to start getting this oomph to, like, I'm going to say oomph. I don't know how to explain it, but like this oomph to move. And I
Yes.
see your mind becoming a lot more timid, is what I'm going to say, at the end of being able, like, to relax and noticing that you can
Herself.
go, yeah, the timidness. I'm okay with my mind. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
I'm releasing everything freely. So nothing's going to stick and just eat alive at you, if that makes sense. Um, but please, yeah, suggesting to immerse yourself in nature, connect with this angelic frequency, synchronize with that, and things will seriously look up. Yeah, I do
Yeah.
sense that.
And nature does include the beach, Kathy. It could be out in the bush somewhere. It could be on the beach. That is nature in itself. Dig yourself into the sand, put yourself into the water, just drain off all that energy because, 10 years is a long time to be what my guides are saying, hiding away. And it's just time for Kathy McNeil to start living again and just
Mm,
small changes, right? Don't make
mm,
them that big that you're not going to be successful in being able to change your comfort zone, right? It's just
mm.
it takes small steps,
Do
really
you know what's
small
funny?
steps.
My laptop just went brighter again. Like the light dimmed again. So I feel she really needed to hear that.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
yeah, that was cool because it dimmed and then, yeah.
That's the best thing I've ever done. Oh, okay, we're talking about something else. Right, Kathy, I am hiding. I hardly ever leave the house. Yeah, I get it, Kathy. I do get it. I do
And
get
that's
it.
where seeing more possibilities, if you go out and submerge yourself in nature or the beaches or anything like that, you'll see like, holy shit, I'm going to do this every day.
Yeah,
Like you'll
yeah.
start wanting to do it daily once you actually get out, like, but make
Yes.
sure it's
So
something
true,
that you
isn't
do
it,
want to do
Lockie?
and you like, huh?
So true, isn't it, Lockie?
Yeah. I know. I know.
So, Kathy, does that resonate with you? I'm sure it does. We just need, and my guys are saying to me, and this is something that I say all the time, they keep saying it to me. When you hear this sort of thing, it's your confirmation to start moving, all right?
Mm,
When you listen to these things, it is then up to your free will and right to decide how you're going to move forward with the information that you've been given by a reader. Any reading that you do will be trumped by your free will and
mm,
right to decide. So if
mm,
you've heard what we've said, Kathy, and you decide tomorrow or next week, I heard what they said. Yeah, I really could go down the beach, but nah, I'm not going to do
mm,
it because I just don't feel like it. I do the same thing, all right?
mm,
How
mhm,
many times people have said to me, get down the beach, Caroline, get down the beach, Caroline. There's somebody down the beach waiting for you. And what do? Nah, can't be bothered.
mm.
Too nice in my own house. So
I just like Antar, I think I'm saying it right. Antar's comment, like they would have just gone to that river that one day, but it made more and more days of going out and doing things. Just from that one day, they
yes,
decided to push themselves to go out. They've
yes,
now noticed they're not, what they said, hermit. A hermit. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Just
All
from
right.
this one quick walk down, it's
Yep,
yeah. Yeah.
yep. Go for a stroll along the beach. Take your kids if you've got any kids. Take your dog if you've got your dog, if you're allowed on the beach with a dog now. I don't know where you are, Kathy, but it's they're saying it's time, woman. It's like they're pushing you, and I don't know why they're showing me a set of stairs, but they're basically just pushing you through the front door, and it's like they're pushing you down the steps. Have you got steps at your front door?
Mhm.
Like seriously, just let me know if you've got a set of front stairs that lead to your front door. I don't know where that's come from, but they've just got they're showing you, pushing you out. Like, you're not coming back in here until you get down the
Yeah.
beach.
It's like when your parents as a kid or something send you out of the house, like, nah, close the door, like, go. You're not coming back till the street lights
Come
are on.
back until, after
Yeah.
dark. 55, 57 years old, no steps. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Maybe it's saying they're pushing you out the door to take the steps that you need.
Yes,
Yeah.
Thank you, Locky. Thank you. See, he's always better at putting two and two together than I am.
Sorry, yeah.
No, thank you, Locky. That makes a whole lot of sense. A whole lot of sense.
I think it's time for everyone to get out. Yeah, true.
Yeah. All right, Kathy. Love and light to you.
Love
57 years old is not as old as I am.
I could not guess your age. I've wanted to ask, but I've never been. I'm like, no, I'm not asking. But I could not pick your age. Like, because I would say you're younger than that, and I'm still mind blown. Like, I don't know. It fucks me up. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I could not tell. And
a lot of people say that.
You've never, like, I don't want to ask because I feel rude, but like, I was just like, I could, like, not tell. I don't know. No way.
Okay.
There's no way.
Hey, Amy, are you here? I have had all of this conversation. We have absolutely no idea. Well, he doesn't know either. I'm not telling anybody. Amy Evers, are you here? Yeah, a lot of people say that.
Easily. That's and it's in the little things you said, and I was like, wait, so that means I was like, no, like I just, like I was like, hang on, like that doesn't seem right, but wow, crazy.
Okay. Amy, I don't think we've read for you before, have we? Forever. Sorry, I had to play with your last name there. I wish I could say that about me. I wish they would say that about me. Oh, Sonia.
No, she does though. She does. Mum does. Like
Look
younger
than her
than
age. Yes.
Yeah, especially when she's like doing the eating way she looks like she's going down in age. Like I've noticed. Like
Excellent.
I have actually seen that.
No, Sonia, no.
I think we would have even seen the glow come back in Mum. Like, she.
Oh, I'm so glad that the glow's come back. I mean, it's, from when I first met Sonia, I remember, when I first met you, you were really struggling with your back and everything. And
I know, like,
so much about you has changed.
And like, she may say like, oh, I look my age, but like, the more you're like eating stuff, the more you're looking younger and younger and younger. Like, skin wise, I'm getting jealous, like, it's like, you glow better than I do. Like, it's just like, you can see, I've noticed.
All right. Amy, she's never done anything like this before, and you're very brave to be a first timer and put your donation through. Amy, thank you so much for your donation. It is going towards a beautiful cause. All right. Please don't forget that. Amy. Okay, let's get into Amy's energy.
Why am I getting like, I just got sense of like, it's almost like sensory overload, ADHD around. I feel like Amy has a lot of ADHD around. Does that make sense? Like, I feel
biting fingernails as well.
Yeah, maybe? And like noise is like triggering my like ears. I'm twitching because of noise. Does that make sense? Like, I'm like, yeah. Sorry, I'll just.
No, Amy, no, don't apologise, Lockie. If it comes through, it comes through. You're not interfering at all. Amy, when we do readings, it's kind of like interactive, so just let us know if it's resonating with you. So do you have some form of ADHD or anxiety? I'm just picking up nail
Mm,
biting. So either you bite your nails or something nail biting is happening with you or
like
to you at the moment.
when you get with like ADHD, that you get this peak where you're like tremor and like,
Yeah,
you get noise sensitive where like just you get go to a pub or something and the noise will just like trigger your like eyes to twitch, like just I feel over like I'm getting overstimulated.
you're in my head.
Okay, sorry, like
Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we
yeah.
do. Okay, all right.
I feel Amy needs like definitely a break, like a moment of silence is what I'm going to say to just this is where I'm going to say float as well. I need to be in complete nothingness to just unwind. I need a time. I feel like you're going to struggle to unwind until you do absolutely nothing and surround yourself with absolute quietness. Does that make sense? Like I feel like I have to completely just complete that's where the float tanks come in. And definitely
Okay, Amy, I did pick up anxiety. I picked up nail biting.
mm,
Something just doesn't feel right with the energy that you're carrying. And oh my
mm,
God, I mean, they're actually saying to me, oh my God, she is just such a
mm,
beautiful person. She is
mm.
just, the bee's knees of friendship. Like she is the best friend that you could want to have
I
around you. Very giving. Go for it, Lockie.
Amy, I just got the energy when you said that, when you were saying all that. Miss Honey from um, Matilda.
Yes.
Do you know how she's so sweet and you look up, like, and she looks down to use a pen? I'm seeing, like, people look at Amy like Miss Honey. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah,
sweet and, like, real genuine. I don't know how to, like, Miss
that's
Honey.
okay.
If she's
But
seen Matilda, like,
yeah. But
yeah.
here comes the punch. Here comes the punchline, Amy. And I kind of hear everybody in the background going, "Uh oh, here we go." You are an overgiver. You give so much to other people. And I know a number of people like this that do that, that give too much and don't give enough to themselves. And for those of you who are in the audience, wherever you are listening from, please take it on board. It is time to reset the boundaries. It is time to make sure that you are just as important as the person that you are giving to. Um, so, Amy, you need to look at Amy in the mirror and just say, look, we're going into town tomorrow. We're going to go in and have our nails done. We're going to go in and have coffee. Um, yes, you are a harsh critic. A harsh critic. I want to be, but a hard critic on myself. And this is one of your lessons that you need to get through. Right? You've not been through a reading before, so I'm telling you all these things. But a lot of people in the chat already know this, or they should know it. But when you're a harsh critic of yourself, your expectations of yourself are so far out of reach that you always feel less than, right? And when you feel less than, you are not stepping into your more authentic version of who you are. Okay. So you need to start giving to yourself. And
Mm.
again, I'll say it, very small steps of giving to yourself. You have to be able to say no. I can hear you saying yes to everybody. Yes, I'm there for you. Yes, I'll do this for you. Yes, I'll do that for you. And then when you're having a quiet moment, you always say to yourself, oh, and I don't know if you swear, but this is the way they're bringing the message across. For fuck's sake, Amy, you're always giving to other people. When are you going to do something for yourself?
Do
When
you
are you
know?
going to do something to yourself?
I feel it's a like I feel there's a lot of, because she's a parent, she has forgot to,
Be
what I
her.
say is
Yeah,
like take a selfie of herself, or you
yeah,
know, that type of thing.
yeah,
It happens so easily, and I feel that's a big part, of being a hard critic on herself as well. Is being a parent, there is so much pressure you put on yourself. So I feel like there is a lot of that there too. Does that make sense? Like it's,
yeah.
mm,
Yes, being that harsh critic, and always putting somebody else ahead of yourself. It's
mm,
and your children. We as parents always put our kids before. Especially when they're
mm,
young, we always put our kids before we do things for ourselves because that's just the way it is.
mm,
Yeah, you're like a trooper. Yep.
yeah.
Guess what, Amy? It's time for you to give yourself some love as well. All right.
Break.
Ne-
Uh,
yeah,
yeah. Love
Yes, a
self
break.
care.
You've got you've I can't make you do these things. They're just talking to me at the moment, saying, you can't force Amy to do things for herself. You can only tell her so that she can be aware that these sort of things can happen, right? And you can do so much better for yourself. You can be there for you first every time. Well, maybe your kids. If I don't know how many kids you've got, but that's just, you swear like a trooper. Okay, that's different. That's good. So I can swear too, Amy. That makes me feel happy. Um,
Mm.
you have no idea how much I swear. I
Yeah.
turn on a lot on my lies.
Mm.
Um, all right, now for some reason they're showing me somebody that is in your life that feels like an authority. I'm getting somebody that feels like they're putting pressure on you, Amy, and it's not a nice pressure. It's like, you have to do it this way. You have to do it my way, or that's the highway. Um, so not Miss Honey. Hi, Tina. My way or the highway. Who is the authority figure in your life? It's like I'm getting a headache because they're just overwhelming me. It's like I can't think around them. It's making me really tense. Just let me know, Amy, who this person is. I don't know if it's a family member, or if it's a friend, or it's an ex-partner, whatever it is, whoever it is, but they make me feel tense. And my guide's saying to me, you need to back the fuck away from this person for a little while so that you can gather your thoughts and pay attention to who you are. Just let me know, Amy. You've got new beginnings coming in as well, Amy. Something new is beginning for you. I think this may be an old way of thinking, whether it's a new path that you've forged for yourself. I don't know if it's in career, but you've got new beginnings coming in. It's kind of like the magician. You're going to the magician has every means at their disposal to make something come true. Hopefully, you're still here somewhere, Amy, and you're just typing. I don't know whether you've disappeared and you're coming back, but I've got the timestamp written down just in case. And I don't know specifically. Okay, all right. So let that one go to the keeper. This may be something that's going to come in for you. This authoritarian person, not authoritative, they are being an authority. Um, and so far as your hope so I'm lost, you have got a new beginning coming in. And as I said before, if you were here before, Amy, you would have heard me say, we read these things for you, but it's up to you to make sure that if it resonates with you, to put something into practice to change your beginnings, to change it to something new. You have new beginnings coming in. So that tells me that you will institute something, you will change something in your life to create a new beginning. An ending will happen and a new way will begin. So hopefully that is to do with the way you're feeling about yourself. Don't overgive. Don't give too much. And if you do give things to people, make sure that it is given back to you somehow. Reciprocity. You give out, you get back. That's the way life works. If you don't get it back, that means that people are taking advantage of you. So be really careful with that. Sorry, I'm talking so fast. They're just downloading the information that fast. I can't keep up with them. I'll hand it over to Locky for a minute.
With the change that you're going to say, I pulled the cards with that, and I got the possibility and awakening. So it's definitely, I see there's going to be new possibilities for her, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that I've seen with people is actually seeing a future and possibilities. Does that make sense? Like, so I see that that's definitely going to be coming with this an awakening. So it's like I'm thinking, wow, for one, I can do things for myself to make myself feel good is one thing that I feel is going to really happen is you starting to make yourself feel good. But with the awakening and the possibilities, I'm not too sure if you're moving or have plans of moving or something like that, but I sense this new change as in like scenery, and it might even be change of the house energy, like the energy in the house. But I see this like, sorry, they are coming in fast, aren't they? Like,
Yeah, they
yeah,
are. That's what I mean.
sorry, yeah, it's like,
I'm trying to
yeah.
find a card for her that I need to show her. Same as the new beginnings card I just shared.
Hmm.
Shit,
There
where
is
is
this like awakening mentally for Amy. I see her mentally becoming a lot more stronger to like have the motivation to move forward with like plans and
Yep.
sorry. That's another thing. As astonished, she must feel at the moment where nothing can get better, nothing can work. But this card always represents to me that you are like mind blown that things have worked out, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does. This was the card I was trying to find before. This represents you, Amy. They told me to find the magician card. All right. You have everything at your disposal above. That means, universally that you are being taken care of, you are being guided, and you have everything on the earthly basis in front of you on the table to help you to do what you need. See, all you have to do is wave your wand and it will work for you. Yes, Margaret. Yes,
Mm.
yes, 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 yes. I can't wait.
Is that for like the house situation? I think
Yes,
it was just
yes. The damp and stuff in her house and the
was
bill.
that to help her get through it? Like,
Yes.
yes, like,
Yes,
yeah,
bill.
I feel
Mhm,
that when she just
mhm.
said that. Like, mm.
Um, Amy, Amy, Amy,
This is
Amy.
a process. So that is a process to it resolving. I feel like
Mhm.
for sure, like for sure.
Margaret, did I tell you ages and ages and ages ago to go to the press? I did, didn't I? Hmm. I can find. Okay. So where are you? Where are you, Amy? Amy, 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 Amy. Amy, are you thinking about getting a new car, or do you like motorbikes or something? I'm just seeing a new car, or they're giving me the word travel. I
Mm.
don't know whether you've got yourself a holiday lined up or whether you're going away somewhere for a couple of days, but they're showing me a car and they're showing me the word travel. Um, can you buy one? Do you already
Mm.
have one? All right.
Mm.
See it in your hand. You use your finger if you need to. Use your finger if you need to.
Mm.
Sorry.
No, you had to.
And Amy, just if you've got a piece of paper and pen, um, your reading started at 1.06. So it's now 1.20. So what you can do is you can go back and just read it again, because the live will stay on my page. So just go back to the 1.1 hour and 6 minute mark if you want to have a listen to it again. Are you considering traveling? They're not going to let it go until I get confirmation of this, or a trip, a short trip, or buying a car. They're just showing me travel and a car. Nothing planned. A bit of a hermit. Oh my God, we're all hermits, guys. We need to meet up somewhere. All of these hermits that are happening.
Yeah.
Oh,
We need to plan something where it's like a holiday. Everyone can just get together to like,
yes.
yeah,
Beam me up, Scotty. Beam me up.
yeah.
All right. Nothing planned. Anything else?
I do sense that though as well, Caroline.
The trip, the
Yeah, the like a move or like a new scenery or like a
yeah.
yeah.
Thank you. I will definitely. Okay, so I just magically got a headache. Amy, are you carrying a headache at the moment? It could be to do with your stress, and here you are. I'll show you. They want you to drink more water.
I was about to have a sip of my Pepsi, but I thought I shouldn't right now. Yeah,
Pepsi?
like Pepsi.
Pepsi?
Mm. I needed something to like kind of wake me up a little bit, but not coffee. But not coffee. Not coffee.
I need to get out more. Just allow yourself to believe that, Amy, all right? When you say, I need to get out more, just say, I could get out more. When you say need or I'm trying to get out more, you probably won't do it. So just allow yourself. Just say, I could get out some more. I could. And that gives you permission to think outside the box.
Mm.
Amy, high stress, definitely need to drink more water. Yeah, they're just giving me a headache. And, usually I get that type of a feeling because people are not drinking enough water. They're not hydrating enough for their body. And that causes higher stress levels. It
Mm.
causes anxiety. It causes all of those things. You need to hydrate, right?
I think things like
Oh, okay.
float therapy or like the float session and things would be good for her because it is a moment when there's nothing around. Mm.
Yes. I don't know how I'd go with that. I still haven't booked my float therapy because it's going to be so quiet in there that I'll be able to hear my tinnitus. Oh, I actually know you said that you could get music, couldn't you?
Yeah, they have like ones where they have the guided meditation in the background to walk you through it, and then it's like quiet. They guide you for the first 10 minutes and then quiet, and
Yes,
then but with music still like enough to just feel that
yes,
like the wavy music. So yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I got my balls back. LOL, they are coming to know all
Mm.
about. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Kelly. Who are you talking to, Krishna?
I think Mum said
Oh,
yeah.
they are donated readings at the moment. Okay, I get it now. It's Sonia. Yeah, I think it was you, Sonia. Okay, Amy, you've got two ASD sons. There won't be much time for you. How old are they, Amy? While we're waiting for that, Carol Thomas, are you here somewhere? And then we've got Penny after that. Sorry for the headache. No. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Amy. It's all good. Okay, it's okay. That's just what I do. I'm a healer as well, so it just I get these things. That's how they give me messages. So don't stress about it. Um, okay. Sonia, I think it's something to do with autism. Or autistic spectrum disorder or something like that. I think that's what it's about. Yes, what Amy said, autism. I just had a really weird way of saying it. Yeah, so that in itself is difficult to cope with. Very
I have
difficult.
noticed ASD has been something like they've only recently really just started using that term because it took me a while to understand what
Yeah,
ASD was. But
yeah.
yeah, I know a few people. Yeah, very like. Mm,
It's if you've got a handle on it, and the kids aren't uh, too physical about it. I don't know how you go handling that, Amy. I hope you've got a carer or somebody that you can go to have a bit of respite, but you do need some time away. All right. Okay, I was right. Autism spectrum disorder. Okay, ASD. Yep. There you go. All right. Okay, so Amy, thank you so much for your donation. For your first reading, I hope that resonated with you. I'm sure it does. Um, but as we've said, when with any reading, you're right to decide, and your free will decide whether or not you're going to change things about where you are in your life. And you certainly have the capacity. My guides are stepping in and saying she can do this, she's got this. All she needs to do is just take small steps to change. Small steps, that's what it's all about, isn't it, Locky? Small steps to
yeah,
change. Small steps. All right, Carol Thomas. I spoke about others
yeah.
last time. I want to hear what's coming for me. And is there anyone around me that has passed? I spoke about others last time. You're so welcome, Amy. It's mostly
Mm,
mental. They ain't
mm,
physical. Okay, all right.
yeah. And that's the hard, especially when there's triggers. Like I know there'd be triggers like foods and stuff like that trigger. Like yeah, I remember I was very food sensitive as well. Like yeah,
So, Carol, are you asking about your son, or are you asking? Sorry, when you say your son mainly, are you, as he passed over? Just need a few more words from you.
mm.
No, I still don't know what that means. I'll just hang for a minute, Carol. We've got time, so just let us know what it is that you're actually asking.
Can I just quickly say for Christine, sorry, I see life.
Kristen.
Kristen, sorry, yeah, sorry. I just quickly seen just a quick thing was a kiss on a rose, like a spirit kissing a rose. And when I see this, it's like a spirit giving like life through a kiss. So
Yep.
I just want to say that like there is a spirit there supporting you and protecting you, like giving you this new spark in life is what I'm gonna say, guiding you to places. Yeah. Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's a short message. That's okay. If you want any more in-depth reading about that,
Mm.
Kristen, just pop through your donation.
Like being blessed by an angel, really, or like a spirit. Yeah.
Sorry, we spoke about him last time. Carol, I honestly don't remember what we spoke about last time. The messages aren't there for me to remember. And so, if I repeat myself today or give you the same messages last time, it's simply because they're trying to reinforce something for you. So you said before, you want to hear what's coming for you. You want to hear what's coming in for you. Um, my guides are actually telling me that you have the ability to write your own future. That it's like you have already up to this point paid back a lot of karma, and they're saying that you can rewrite your, what they're saying to me, Akashic record. Now, I don't know much about Akashic records. All I know is that you have the ability to change this. Um,
For some reason for Carol though, I'm just seeing like I don't know what it is. It's like a class or like a to me, I keep seeing like cooking or like it looks like I'm in a kitchen doing a class. Like, sorry, just a
no,
vision that I'm seeing.
no,
So,
no, that's okay. Carol, are
yeah,
you taking any type of classes? Are you doing any cooking lessons, or um,
it feels like one of those industrial rooms, you know, where you do like industrial or like kitchens. You know, I
mm,
sent you a house, and that one of the houses had that type of kitchen. That's the type of kitchen I'm
yeah,
looking at when you would like work or something. I don't know why I'm seeing that. Just an image.
LOL, I was just in the kitchen helping my son.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Okay. It's Carol.
Is something? Does your sorry? Is your son doing any classes or any like classes? Is the best way I can call it, like a class or a meetings, meetups, maybe like. Seeing like a meeting or like a class. It feels like just a short class or like a short meeting, like or a
It feels more like
hopefully
meetings
like
to me.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say because I was gonna say cooking isn't really like standing out to me, but I'm seeing maybe it's around there.
Does he go to Does he go to any support groups, Carol?
Because this could be very what I'm picking up is support
Mhm.
groups, even like
Yeah.
meetings or like a class to like build something, you know, like a to build in knowledge, you know, so it would yeah take like learning, you know, in a sense, a meeting to learn, like the best
Yeah.
way, yeah. So I see it as a real learning process too, as the meeting is like
Well, it could be a support group for yourself, Carol.
yeah, yeah.
For you to be able to support your son through these. Perhaps they're asking you to go to some sort of support group for yourself, because you have to remind yourself that you're just as important as a support person for your son to be able to help him through this. And because, when people are addicted to certain things, they sometimes have a habit of blaming you or blaming the person that they love the most for the things that they're lacking in their life, like it's never their fault. So, perhaps a support group is something that you could go to help you through this. We are going to get a referral tomorrow. Okay. All right.
Mm. I see a sense of relief for you though in this. Like, do you see that too? It's helps with Carol. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yes.
see
I do.
it's like it is like a spark for you. Like,
Yeah.
you
Yep.
know, mm.
I do. But sorry, I've got a sore arm.
Oh, that card just fully. I don't know if you've seen it just out of my deck,
No,
but it
I
fully
didn't.
and it's awakening. So
Yeah.
it will be awakening for not only you but for your son if it is for your son,
Yeah.
or you know, I feel it's awakening for you as well. So that just we just fully flew out of my thing.
Help me out. Excellent.
Mm.
This is
I
very
do
good.
want to say the process. might be ups and downs, like where
Yep.
they may struggle. There's going to be hard times, but try keep being positive in your mind because they're going to feel that. Does that make sense? The more you're positive, the more it rubs off. So I sense even sometimes you might think like, oh, I feel like he's caving, or I feel like it's going falling back into that cycle. I feel if you keep that mindset, like, no, I trust him. This is just a moment. He's getting
Yep.
there. That's going to give your son also that energy. Like, it's going to transfer to him that motivation, that that that's the cheering on. If you're
Yeah.
even if you're thinking it, the energy will transfer to him, and he will
Yes.
feel supported. Like, does
It's
that
but
make sense?
that meetup, that meeting, whatever it is that
Mm,
they're going to go, the support group, whatever it is, Carol, you were asking about a reading for yourself. I'm picking up that this will help you,
mm. That's why, yeah.
yeah,
Mm,
trust his heart. I get that.
mm,
Absolutely. And you
uh,
know what? Your son, when he goes through this process with the
mm,
support, he knows how much work he's got to go through in order to get your trust back. That is part of the process, from what I'm told, with
mm,
people who have addictions, that they've got a long road ahead of them to get back the trust of the people whose trust that they've lost. Now, I need to know have you got a sore arm, Carol? Do you have issues with your something like? Do you get pins and needles in your hand? I've got a sore arm.
almost
Not
like carpet tunnel.
Yes, carpal tunnel. It's
Yeah.
really sore, and I'm trying to massage it away, and it's annoying me. So, do you have trouble with your arm? Do you do some sort of repetitive work? Do you write a lot? Do you
Mm,
type a lot? Um, I'm just getting it's sore.
mhm.
It's really sore. It's
Is it like an arthritis type of ache?
no
Like,
it um
or
well, yeah, I guess you could make it an arthritis kind of
like an
feeling.
ache or
And
it,
yes, an ache. It just
yeah,
feels
yeah.
heavy.
Mm.
I just had cortisone in my okay,
Uh,
right. Um, is it affecting any other part of your body, Carol? Did you have issues with any part of your body? I just
mm,
feel like it's really heavy, and I feel like
mm,
it's hurting me. To the point where it's going up my arm,
mm. I
and
feel
I
like I
don't.
know the feeling you're talking about, like
Yeah,
in your wrists and in your arm, and like
it's just there, like it's.
almost like a dull magnetic.
Yes.
Almost like magnetic is the only way I could say it. Like in the wrist, like yeah.
Michaela, if you would like a reading, we're doing paid readings at the moment. The link is at the bottom of the chat.
This card, I really want to say though quickly. This card flipped and came out when I seen um, the sorry when we were talking about her son. This card flicked out, and I was just it. I felt that was a spirit saying like, oh, an angel's reassuring, like saying, take this on board because like they also want to reassure you that this is going to happen. Does that make sense?
Okay, Carol, they're telling me that you're in a really pensive mood at the moment. You're in a very thoughtful, non-reactive mood at the moment. It's like they're telling me it's the calm before what you perceive is going to be a storm. You said before that you had trust issues, and I believe that as much as I can understand about having an addiction, in a son. Um, uh, Now I've just completely lost my train of thought. Pensive, non-reactive mood, like you're waiting for the storm to happen again. Um, it's like I can't believe that it's calm here at the moment. All I'm waiting for is for this storm to pop up again. But and I seriously don't want this to happen. I think the universe sent him a wake-up call.
I want to say this card also came out renewed. Once again, this is for both of yous. And I sense that not only him, but also you as well. Like it's both of yous are going to get like inspired. So you are going to be able to be inspired on other things, and have the time to be inspired is what I'm going to say, if that makes sense. Like, and so is your son. He's going to be clearer minded and be able to have inspirations and desires and goals, and so are you, like, is what I'm going to say also. These are both renewing to be able to look and have more inspirations and, like your life, like more, yeah.
Not to mention that I'll have a read of that later, Margaret. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Okay, so Carol, they've completely switched lanes on me at the moment. They're talking about your work. They're talking about something stressful at your work. They're wanting you to minimize the stress in your work location if you are working, because they want you to concentrate on what's happening in your personal relationship. So can you minimize your stress at work, because they're telling me that it's sometimes very stressful for you at work, and you take, and a lot of us do that. We take the work home. Doing two jobs. They're telling me that the priority will be your son. The priority will be, and they've written it in capital letters, you. So they're asking you, is it possible for you to take, after you figured out where it is that you're going to go, with your son's approach and how he's going to manage his life moving forward from here, how you can minimize your stress load at work just for a little while until you get to understand how it's going to work with him. They're saying it's a really delicate balance for you. Really delicate balance. Two people's jobs. Okay. So, you need to ask, you need to go to your supervisor or go to your immediate boss, and you need to say to them, listen, mate, I'm doing two jobs here, the job of two people. I'm underpaid. I feel like I'm undervalued. No, don't tell them that. Don't say that to them. All right. But if you've taken 2 weeks off, okay. I'm sure you have some stress leave, but they're saying that you need to ease up on your workload so that you can work through this personal relationships that you've got going. Your mind is all over the place at the moment, all right? They're wanting you to prioritize things. It feels like you've got loads of things happening in your head at the moment, all right? And they want you to prioritize things because it will have a ripple effect going through your life. So once you get one thing sorted out, it will make the next thing easier to handle. I have taken 2 weeks off. I have taken. Oh, okay. So this is moving forward, is it? Good. Good. Okay. So they're telling me the right things here. Prioritize. Prioritize things for yourself. All right. 7 of Cups, especially with your outlook on things. You have a right as a human being to be negative about things, okay? It is just who we are. We do negative. We do negativity. The idea is not to stay there, right? And when you manifest, what they want you to do is stay in that positive mindset and believe it. Even though you have an issue with trust, they're asking you to step into that unknown and just trust that your son will do the very best he can. And if that is the meaning of trust for this situation, you have to change that mindset. Like, trust is, it needs to be built back up. So he is doing the best he can with the knowledge that he's got, just as you have as well. All right. So that trust that you are having between the two of you is being rebuilt the best way it could possibly happen. So base that on what your meaning of trust is. Just move it out of the box a little bit so that you can come to terms with it. So you can prioritize, and so that you can get the job done wherever it needs to be done.
I got a few cards that just like mainly what I want to say. 3 quick cards, which was I want you to keep on the feeling and knowing that your perspective is going to change, not only yours but your son's as well. Where like you're going to have a better outlook on things. Like it is. I see, with what you were saying, Caroline, I see that better perspective coming, that better outlook, that for both of them as well. But I still really want you to know it's also for you, Carol, in a lot of other aspects too. I also want to say yous both are going to feel like yous are flying through life, so yous are going to be very content. So I want you to keep knowing that that's going to happen. There's good. It's yeah. And then the last card I got was insight, and it's like you're going to be able to look at the future and have more insight on like where to go that suits you for your happiness. Does that make sense? Like insight on your own path now without the stresses, without the worry. It's insight on where you can move forward for just a funner, more exciting life. Does that make sense? Like, so I do, the cards are really telling me that it is going to change for her and like for both of them as really. And her
Mm-hmm.
perspective and an outlook is going to end up a lot more better, and
Yep.
they're going to feel flying through life, so they're going to be so content that their insight on the
Yep.
future ends up a lot better and more clearer for themselves. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying all the times.
Breathe, Carol. Breathe. Stay as positive as you can. He really is trying his hardest. He really is doing the very best he can. And you said that he had a wake up call. He had a seizure in the car the other day. Um, the universe is pushing him to a place where he didn't necessarily need to be. Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm just it just happens so much more often than you could know, Carol, where we find ourselves in worse situations because we didn't pay attention to it when we could have done something about it and it wasn't so bad. But your son's being given this wake up call, and he knows, all right, he's doing the best he can. And you have to trust that even if he falls backwards once or twice, he's doing the best he can.
Like 1 step back, 2 step forwards. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
There's nothing worse than being addicted. I mean, many years ago when I was a lot younger, like when I was in my early 20s, I was addicted to sleeping pills
Mm.
because my doctor gave me 10 repeats. That's what
Mm,
they did back then. So,
mm,
of course, he just said to me, take 2 of these or 3 of these every night and you'll just die like that. And I'm thinking,
mm,
oh, this is so good because that's what I needed.
mm,
And I got addicted to them to the point where
mm.
it was horrible. So,
And the easiness of it, with the slipping into an addiction without even realizing, like
yes.
it's so full on, like,
Mhm.
and to
Yep.
come out of it just shows, like,
Yep.
it's a lot of fucking. It sounds this sounds dark, but it's not. It's fighting. It's like fighting the devil himself. You know what I mean? Trying to come out of addiction, like, or
Yeah.
even, his mental health itself. Yeah. So with that, like I just sense that with all that coming, I do. So it's just skyrocketing for both of yous, and that's what I
Yeah.
really want to focus. And in this, it's also
It's a
seems
war.
like it's a lot about him, but there's a lot for you out of that too.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. My guys are actually saying to me that in a previous life it was the reverse way around. You were the one that had the addiction and he was the one that was caring for you. Now it's your turn to care for him.
Mm.
So I don't know whether that's going to help you, Carol, or not. Bipolar and anxiety.
But do you know what's crazy? Mental health can be just as
Yes.
addicting as any. It's an addiction in a sense. Like
Yeah.
you accidentally crave to think negativity. You eventually you start to crave, things like that. Like and self harming is a lot about an addiction too. Like yeah, mental health in some way it's very addicting in some sorts. Like
It is.
it is. Yeah.
Uh, Negative gearing of the brain. Yeah, it's a changing of the mindset. But when we change the mindset in the brain, Sonia, that's the hardest process to change, and it sometimes it gets to the point where you will be pushed to your limits until you break. And when you break, that's when you understand that things can change. I've been there. Like, for fuck's sake, I've gone there. I get that. And your son Carol is going through that. So just know that he will get out the other side. They want you to remember about your past life, that you were the one that was in this addictive state that needed to be cared for by your son. Maybe he was the parent. I don't know what type of parent, whether he was male or female, but he was there, and you were the one that had the addiction, and now the roles are reversed. So it's your turn to understand what he went through as a carer. All of these things are designed for your highest good, even though it doesn't feel like it. Yep. And now they just shut the door on me. That's enough, Caroline. That's enough. That's pretty mean, guys. It's pretty mean. No, okay, all right, I get it. I get it. It's like, enough, Caroline, stop. All right.
But you wouldn't listen otherwise, would you?
Huh?
You wouldn't listen otherwise, would you?
No. I mean, remember when they started slamming that door in my face? Probably, what would that be, about 5 months ago, 6 months ago now? Remember the first time I ever mentioned that to you? They just shut the door in my face. Well, hello? Seriously? You shut the door in my face? Why?
Yeah.
Tatiani, sometimes it does help knowing that the roles have been reversed somewhere, because it makes things a little bit easier to understand. At least you do not smell the smoke this time. At least you do not smell the smoke this time. Don't know what that means. Anyway, we will let that go. Thank you so much for your donation, Carol, really. And hopefully the reading has resonated for you. Did we answer any questions for you that you wanted answered? Ease up on your job. All right, make more time for your personal time. I know you said that you were taking 2 weeks off, so that's a good thing, because it will allow you to concentrate on your personal life. And they're not just talking about your son's life, they're talking about your life, and where it is that what you can do in the next 2 weeks to help yourself. Okay, great. All right. So, Penny, we have you next. Penny Pridemore. She donated through Jamie. Jamie Such. Making time for you. This is our last donated reading. So if anybody wants to pop through a reading, a donation, please do so, because we're coming up to 2 hours now. So we might have time for maybe one more after this. Just let us know. Penny. Oh my God, it's come back. It must have been for you, Penny.
There was something that came up earlier for Penny that I'm trying to. I got a reminder, but I can't figure out what it was. Like, there was something.
Yes, that's my daughter.
I'm gonna need to go to the bathroom and.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. What do you mean, Penny? That's your daughter? Oh, okay. Sorry. Jamie is your daughter. My apologies. I'm just putting two and two together. I don't think about earthly things when I'm reading. I just don't. It just doesn't come to me like that. I'm so sorry. Okay, Penny. Penny, I know we've talked about your job before, but they're showing me your arm in a sling. They're showing me that your arm is you are heading that way if you're not careful, right? You are heading towards having something done to your arm or to your hand if you refuse to change jobs. Can you please do something about moving forward and changing jobs? I know I've mentioned this to you before, like I felt that there was a job move coming up for you. I don't know whether it's with the same company or whether it's with another company, but something needs to give because your body's not coping. I just feel it all. Oh my God, I feel it all the way up into my shoulder, at the back of my shoulder. It just feels like it's there. Um, I do have to look for a new job. I almost got crushed on Friday. Penny, you mentioned that the other day when we had the spiritual protection class, that you almost got crushed, and that you got this message that you shouldn't be going to work that day. I remember talking about that, but what they're wanting you to concentrate on is, can you please open up the newspaper. There's something in your local newspaper. There's something in your newspaper that will help you. They're also asking you to sign up with a place that can find you a new job, because you can take a sickie, you can take some time off to go for interviews, but you need to change this job. You're not a left-hander, are you? Penny, are you a left-hander? Angels pushed you out of the way. That's right. Yeah, I remember you saying that. They pushed you out of the way.
That's
Yes.
crazy.
Yeah, she gets these messages, and when she gets them that strongly to do with anything,
Yeah.
she knows not to do whatever, like she was told not to go to work that day. Don't go to work, Penny, don't go to work. What did she do? She went. So the
Yeah.
angels pushed her out of the way because she said she nearly got crushed.
Actually, when she says crush, she means crush.
Yes, crushed.
What Penny? Sorry.
Yes,
Sorry.
I pulled off tomorrow in my right hand. Right hand, okay. I called off. What does that mean? I don't know what that means, Penny. I
I
called
think
off.
she meant called in sick tomorrow, or not going tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So,
I'm actually getting some good cards out of this.
go.
Sorry, the first card I got was astonished, but I was mainly looking at how frantic this person looked this time. And when I see that, I'd seen that, and then I realized what happened to you at work. So that must have been exactly how you felt. What the fuck? Sorry, language. I feel I can with Penny, but it's it just affects other people are watching. I don't know. I just, yeah. Then I got the card peaceful. But when I got that, I got told, when I seen that, I specifically got told that it's not peaceful, but it gave her some insight, this like appreciation to life. Does that make sense? Like, I feel it may have, yeah. Sorry, that's how I seen it, Penny. Like the tree, I was like, again, like, like it's the luck, but the peacefulness that you, somewhat peacefulness, clarity. This, I'm getting this, like, like I'm like appreciating, like coming home and thinking, fuck, like I'm home. You know what I mean? Or like going to your garden and just appreciate being in the garden. I'm not too sure if that's something like you feel more appreciative of life. Has that happened? Because like I feel like I'm just looking around, like in a, yeah, like, so it must have. So I got the card accepting, but when I got told that, I got told accepted instead of accepting. So when I feel she's going to get a new job with this. This is why I feel two teaming up, making, like, working together. New job and accepted. So I feel that she's going to be accepted into a new job, or and if you want to rest off of working, and
Yep.
you can, if you can do that, go into something like a course or a short studying thing. Just, I know whatever you put your mind to, you're going to be accepted in, is what I got. And
Ooh, sorry, Penny. I have to, before I forget it, I have to say it. Accounting. Why are they showing me books? Accounting. Sorry, keep going. Keep
no,
going.
that's good, because that's what it could be, very linked to that, like acceptedness into something, to like work towards that. Like, that's what I think is going to happen, and I sense it. I sense, that this inner clarity, peacefulness type of feelings that you have. It's good. It's good to have. It's, as even though that traumatic experience happened, it's good to know that you. Um, sorry, I just got mind blank. Sorry.
That's okay. That's all right.
It must be not knowing where to go. Sorry, I'll try. I'll sit back and get them to slow down a bit. Hang on.
They're just showing me an office job. They're showing me accounting. Do you like accounting, Penny? Do you like working with office within an office space? You are better. They want you to understand that you can get a different, better job than what you have got at the moment. It's time for you to step into your authentic self. This must be the theme tonight. Like, come on, people, you can do better than this. All right. We have machines to do the sort of, sorry, Penny, but this is what they're saying to me. We have machines that do the things that you're doing, and we want you to step up into something different. If you don't, then they're showing me this sling. They're showing your arm in a sling because you're going to have something done to your arm. Just be careful with that, Penny. Don't be pushed into that position where you haven't done anything about finding a new job now, while you're still okay, because if you don't, they will push you to a place where it's not going to be as pretty.
Maybe Caroline, copy and paste a new link.
I'll do it now.
Sorry, yeah, because yeah, that even happened to me watching before. So, um, that's back with not physical work, Penny. This is where I keep getting told to, like, even look into courses. Slowly look into something that you could, like, even build up on. Don't rush. Like, yeah, and make it so you can make it a peaceful experience for yourself looking for a job, Penny. Like, make it, sit through things, look at things and sit through and think, is this something that will serve me for my highest good? Don't stress about trying to find a job. Make it a fun experience looking for the new you, if that makes sense. Because this is a wake up call for Penny. Like,
Oh, it is absolutely. Oh shit! Sorry,
it's,
my bad. Wrong one.
want to say to, oh, sorry, it just disappeared. Just disappeared. Sorry.
It's been happening to me all night. Unpin. It's pinned.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody pinned it again. How did that happen?
Penny,
Um,
can you please, Penny, sorry, investigate things? And when I say this, I mean, if you have a place, can you set up trail cams in, like, if you live on an acreage or outside, or can you like set up at like, not, I just see investigating for Penny, and I see it more so like, I don't know why I'm saying Bigfoot. This sounds weird, but like I want to get all into Bigfoot, all those things like mythical creatures that like they say are found in woods. If you can do things like that, like it sounds weird, but I see Penny like doing that for some reason.
Michaela, try the one that I've got underneath your question for your chat. Just let me know which one you send it to, please.
Wanted me to video it. Yeah, definitely. Like, I don't like when like people record themselves sleeping and stuff. Like, I wouldn't want to know. Like, I don't like that. But for some reason, I think outside cams, like, this is a personal thing. Like, I just wouldn't like to set cameras up inside my house and see what's.
Did I miss something? Why are we videoing while you're asleep?
So I said things like setting up trail cams and like doing things like that, going out like looking for Bigfoot and stuff like that. It sounds weird, but like
Oh,
I was
okay.
talking about like that. A lot seems to happen when I sleep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Sleep's cool, but I freak out. Sorry, I wouldn't want to watch myself sleep. Like, see what's. I know there's things when I
I,
sleep.
I've been known to I've been known to talk in other languages when I'm asleep.
Yeah, weird when you actually speak. When you can speak a language that you don't even know how to speak, it's weird.
Yes.
It's weird.
Long time ago. Yes, I
Yeah.
do. Oh, Penny, that's your new word, isn't it? I
Mm,
understand. She understands.
yeah.
Um,
No, but that's me personally. But if you feel like comfortable videoing yourself of a nighttime and in your house and stuff like that, it's always good. But if
yeah,
you can watch things like YouTube video, I don't know if you like watching. There's a YouTube videos about like strange things caught on trail cams or whatever, and there's people say they see skinwalkers and all this stuff, and it's actually quite interesting. And I feel you may
yeah.
be intrigued in those things.
Paranormal investigator, Penny. Penny, the paranormal investigator.
For sure, like, yeah, and I feel she has a lot of protection with her too,
Yes,
like, because she's
yes.
so into that. Yeah, both sides. She's not in it to muck around. You know what I mean? She's in it to like
Uh,
be respectful and you know knows her protection. I feel, yeah, because I don't usually like to say that to many people because.
do a course. Do something. Uh,
Mm,
gee, it's a shame that you're not living in Australia. Actually, I do
mm,
know a guy over in the US. His name is Wade Clark. I don't know whether you know him, Penny, or whether you know of his name, but he's into the paranormal over there, and he
mm,
does investigate those sort of things. I know a number of people here in Australia that do that as well.
mm.
Um, I haven't actually gone out with them, but they do that a lot. So maybe look
I
up
would
his.
love to get together a ghost adventuring group. Like, I would. That's
I'll
goals.
be standing behind you though.
Well, we could like investigate that jail near you. Like
Yes, yes.
Monty. Oh, Penny. Oh, I would love if Penny could come to Australia. Monte Cristo, is it? That
Monte,
house,
um,
Monte Carlo or Monte Cristo house.
not
Oh,
sure.
oh,
Locky,
it's full
not sure.
on. Like, need to look it up. You need to, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Sonia says you need to use your gifts, and I totally agree. But Penny, for the time being, can you please do something about looking for a different job? All right, just
Mm,
book them up until you find a different job that is not so taxing on your body. Once you slot into that, or even if you feel that you can take up a course into paranormal investigations, an online course. You can get lots of support online from people through videoing, through all of that sort of thing. So, it's all out there for you. And yeah, that was a little while ago, Penny, wasn't it? We're working on that.
Mm.
All right, we're working on that. It would be chilling, Penny.
Mm.
You need to get used to them more. Yes. Yep. I've done a couple
Mm.
at home and had a couple in the cemetery. I think the K2 meter.
Mm.
Yes. Yes. They always come in handy, Margaret.
Mm. My favorite, I don't know. I like spirit boxes. Like they're real.
Yes.
Like spirit boxes. I've been using them for like a while, like years, but on and off. But like at places, like even apps on your phone, you think, okay,
Yep.
that was a fucking. You just answered my question multiple
Yes.
times. Okay, like, like when it's speaking, you're just like, okay, but like, yeah, they're tricky. You got to be like protected very well. So you know what I mean? Like you got to know limits and stuff, not
Yep.
be
You do.
about it. Like
You do.
that's
Absolutely.
why it's so hard to like suggest that to people because there's only a few people I would suggest
Yes.
doing those things to. But Penny, because she's so protected in the
Hmm.
spiritual thing, she doing things like that. It's like she knows how to work with being protected.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. The child spirit touched my shoulder. Oh, Margaret.
Mm.
I've had a couple of children follow me into my home a little while ago, and all they did was just, they're just sitting in the corner of the kitchen, not knowing what to do. I felt really sorry for them, and but apparently she followed me home because she felt safe with me. So that kind of made me feel, like, oh, no, I don't really want you to cross over. You can stay with me, but I obviously know that they've got to cross over, but they're just so scared.
I've had some. I wish I could say it, but there's scary experiences that I don't want to say. But like, it's also like, wow, like,
Yes.
oh,
Yes.
I need you to remind me about my cemetery experience. Just yeah, after two. Sorry, you got a few things to remind me about.
Cemetery and something else. I have to have a look. Hang on.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
yeah.
All right, guys. Penny, I don't think there is anything else coming. And I know I'm harping on this job change for you, but seriously, I'm not harping you. They're harping you from the background. Has been speaking to a white lady since he was 3. Oh,
Mm,
so cool.
yeah.
I'm just loving this, guys. Okay, you're so welcome, Penny, and thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you found a way to put your donations through.
And like seriously, look up if you watch YouTube. Look up trail cam, like you know, odd things caught on trail cams and stuff
Yep.
like that because they're that Bigfoot and stuff is kind of fun to like look into. You know, like that type of stuff. Yeah.
Oh, Liz, deception-based cemetery. Oh,
Did I
you are.
mention that to you last time? Deception Bay. I've been there before. It's actually pretty. Like during the day, it's real pretty. It's a real peaceful, nice area. I've wanted to do that a lot, actually.
We have this very cool town in Victoria that I love visiting. I love looking at headstones. I love, going to places where shipwrecks have been and reading the old, uh, the old headstones on people's graves. It just blows me away.
I don't like. I think they scare me. But where is Penny from? Sorry, they like because
US,
whereabouts?
don't know,
Because
I
sorry, I
forget.
know that's probably too. I don't know if she wants to answer that or not. But like like if she is somewhere where like Bigfoot or skinwalkers or anything like that are actually cool. I would love to be around those areas where they have those tales where there's something on some road, or yes, same Ohio. There's a few. You've got some cool places you could explore. Some scary ass like.
Did you see you just lifted him off his seat just then?
I want to go. I want to go. Like they always have like tunnels and stuff they walk through, like big, drains that around places like there that I want to go through, and it just, I believe I was just, see, that's, yeah, like, but them things, I could ramble on for hours, honestly.
Yeah, I know. And this is a spiritual community. We're all kind of like,
Yeah.
we're all coming out in our droves at the moment. So must have been a pretty big town where we were from. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
This life must have been a really big town. There are a lot of people that got thrown to the wolves and burned alive and all that sort of thing. And we're just all coming out in our droves at the moment.
Hey Liz, I can swear, like I feel it. There is like Aboriginal ways we call it like a lot of different things, but I would just say like the hairy man or like Bigfoot or something in Belmere. Mum can agree there's a skinwalker or something along Belmere or Caboolture River. It's got some shit there. Sorry, it's next level. I seen something jump into the ground when I was in Belmere. Like that was just weird. Like
it's like I used to take my kids down to a place called Wilson's Prom, and anybody who comes from Victoria or has visited Victoria and gone down to Wilson's Prom will know about this track called Biddy's Lane, and there's a lot of things that have happened in that laneway at night time. You don't walk, you just know, people know not to go down that track that goes from one end of the from one end of the beach to the other end and then goes inland and then comes back out at the shop. But you don't go down that lane, the Biddy's lane. Don't go down there because there is a person that will just stop you in your tracks and you'll almost go into this catatonic state that nobody can get you out of.
Yeah. See, that's them things, and like how I see people hearing like every single night someone screaming out for help in the forest. So like kids screaming out in like cornfields and shit like that. That shit's like gross. Like I like it, but it's intriguing, but it's a bit
It's been such a long time since she set up here. Ever since, I mean, it's been over a year now because the other one, Charli, if I say it, she's just going to want to come over and do the same thing. She misses being, don't you? Just miss it. It's like that, baby. I don't know. She loves being up here when we do the readings, don't you? Yeah.
I think I've seen parts of Helltown in Ohio. Ohio, sorry. Ohio. I don't know. Ohio. I think Ghost Adventures did something there before.
Buchanan Drive is very active. Windago. Helltown, Ohio. It has to do with Windigo. Okay, guys, does anybody else have any more readings that they would like to donate to tonight? We are caught up. So let us know. There are a number of people in the background there that okay, I just got another one. Hang on. Let me have a look. Let's see who this is. Michaela.
Yeah.
Did she come in before and say something? Did she?
I should just comment that I've just sent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Michaela.
I like how she spells her name. Like
Michaela.
That. Yeah, like it's different to the way I see Michaela before. I like that. Yeah. Love it.
Um,
Snake
okay.
is
2.2. All right. Um, all right, Michaela. Are there any questions that you would like to ask, Michaela? I don't know why, but they're telling me that you go into this process of comparing yourself to other people. Is this something that you do? Because they're telling me that you need to stop doing this if you do that. Just general, what do I need to know? Yes, you do. Okay, so darling, you can't put your head in front of mine. Okay, you just can't. Um, okay, so they want you to stop comparing yourself to other people because, honey, you can't, darling. Um, it's not helping your journey forward. All right, the limits are changing. You're setting limits for yourself, or you're setting goals for yourself that are actually not achievable because you always set the bar too high. You're saying to yourself, oh, this person is there, why am I not there? It's because it's not your time to be there yet, Michaela. All right, it's not time for you yet. Your growth is different than other people's growth. You can't compare yourself to other people. Everybody's journey is different. I mean, for example, like mine, I could have started when I was about 17 or 18, and I chose the hard path. I chose differently because of who I was back then. And it's taken me, until I was, probably 10 or 15 years ago now to step into my role of who I'm supposed to be. So you cannot push yourself, because when you push yourself and when you compare yourself, you are always um, uh, taking yourself off path. You are, how do I put that? You're not supposed to be where you think you need to be. All right, you need to let this go, and you need to just allow things to be. All right. They're telling me that you're a go-to person as well. People come to you, not the other way around. Yes, you do go to talk to somebody else. You have a go-to person, but you are the sort of person that people come to and talk to because you know how to keep a secret. You know how to not gossip. So they come to you because they know it's going to be private. Um, but most of all, they want you to stop comparing yourself to other people. You've also got new beginnings coming. It's like you're going to maneuver yourself onto a different path. I don't know whether it's because you're being introduced to somebody new in your life, or whether it's just a change of direction because you've had enough. It's like you've had enough of the shit that you've been given, Michaela, and you want to change the way things are for yourself. And they're saying to me, please stop being so hard on yourself. Does this make sense to you? Does this resonate with you? It's like I'm carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders, Michaela. I'm constantly worrying about somebody else. I'm constantly picking up on other people's emotions, telling me that you're an empath as well. I don't know why I'm feeling so tired all the time. I don't know why I put myself under pressure all the time. Yep. Okay. Um, you're moving too fast for your path, Michaela. Okay, you are moving too fast. Just slow down. You're struggling with your emotions because you're pushing yourself so hard. All right? Slow down. And sometimes these emotions are meant to be noticed by you. And what you're doing is, they're telling me is that you're pushing them aside as if to say, no, I need to move past this. What you need to do instead of saying, I'm going to move past this, I'm moving through this. Acknowledge the feelings that you've got. I feel everything's on me. It's not, everything is not on you. That's the impression that you're giving yourself. All right. There is a difference between sometimes your emotions that you've got and the emotions of other people that you are picking up on. You are not responsible for anybody else. Perhaps if you have small children, then you are responsible for those children, but you are not responsible for somebody else's movements forward. You can tell them whatever you need to tell them. They can take on board what you're saying, but you are not responsible for them. Okay, Margaret, good luck for tomorrow. Let me know how you go. Um, it's just me. I've frozen. I don't know. I'm still here. I'm still moving around. I can see myself on the screen. Can you see me, Sonia? I'm moving. Um,
Seeing if
yeah. Feel only, ask to feel only your emotions. Yeah, separate your emotions from that you're carrying around from other people, because you are empathic, and to some degree, I'm being told that you haven't quite mastered how to separate your emotions from other people's emotions. Does this resonate for you, Michaela?
Do you know what I was gonna say? Because she is a sensitive person, like gift wise and everything as it
Yeah.
is. So like, she must feel things like majority of these people, like everyone, I will actually say
Yeah.
on this
Yes.
live, like she would feel things way more. And I feel like she
Yeah.
may have had a stressful situation where she
Yeah.
does feel pressure on her to do things. Like
Mhm.
she has to step up, is what I'm seeing. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Like
well, that's the comparison thing again
what
too.
she
Like, I
feels.
need to step up because I just need to, because
I know,
they
like.
everybody else is expecting me to do this.
Yeah. And I wanted to say, I pulled a few cards. Sorry, Emma, were you finished, Caroline?
No, 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 go for it. It's okay.
Okay, sorry. I got the card acknowledgement, but when I looked at it, I seen this energy and I seen that as their gifts. So I see this as acknowledging your gifts, acknowledging your power, acknowledging, your inner, as well as inner beauty, as this would also be it, because it is a beautiful card. Like I see beauty in this card. So it's acknowledging your beauty, your power, your surroundings, acknowledging like the positives, um, and acknowledging your gifts in particular. I feel trying to learn, it's so hard because it's different with every person, but trying to learn
Mm,
where your emotions are coming from, whether it's picking up someone else's energy or your energy, and doing all that stuff. It's very hard, but I trying to, like, they want you to try work through that and try figure out where your emotions are coming from. Does that make sense? Like, because a lot of it I feel is actually picking up on others, so
mm,
I feel trying acknowledging what feelings are where and trying to sort through them the best you can will understand what you're feeling, if that makes sense. Like what you actually truly need to do for you, like instead of everyone else, or you will know your needs once you acknowledge the feel, like your gifts. Like I feel like because she's so intuitive, when she acknowledges her
yeah.
gifts a bit more, she will notice where to put herself first, and where to put the energy in for herself, because it's like all this energy to give but doesn't know how to give it to herself. I got
Mhm.
the card renewed, and I see that that's going to happen in this process of what you're going through now. So hence why I feel you're here tonight, is this renewed that you're going to go through is this spiritual awakening, I feel like, and this kind of a snap in a I'm doing fuck, it's my time, you know what I mean? Like fuck, it's either gonna be it's gonna happen either way, really. If life's gonna make it happen. So know that this spiritual awakening is going to like increase. If you've already, I feel like she already knows she's intuitive, but like using it more, it's increasing.
Yeah.
This renewal is definitely, definitely, definitely coming. I also got the card encourage, which is encouraging for you to new growth, new birth, encouraging you to be reborn, if that makes sense. Like I see encouraging you to, you know, new birth, new you, encouraging you to, reborn. Um, Also encouraging you to just really intuitively focus, if that makes sense. I feel like right now there is like this a lot of uncertainty, and I feel there might be some sort of nerves that are going on because you're uncertain of what's going on, and I want you to know spirits and the guides like are coming in now saying they're giving you this brave energy, this brave boost of energy, so that way you can move through all these uncertain feelings. If you can just acknowledge that they're like giving you this energy and this like accept this energy, then I feel you will feel this confidence to move forward to get through this energy. Acknowledging it is the best way to like receive it, though, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. And, just to add a little bit to that, Lockie, what I'd like to say is when you were saying that to acknowledge all of her gifts, what
Mm.
my guide said in addition to that is
Mm.
acknowledge your limitations as well.
Yeah, that's it. Like
Yeah.
that happens when you acknowledge your
Yeah.
feelings. Like,
Yes.
yeah, you think, wait, no, I can't do this. I can
Yeah.
do this though. Like.
Exactly. And it's okay not to be
Mm,
able to do it because at that point, that's when we reach out to other people and ask for
mm.
help.
And
Don't we,
that's
Lockie?
yes, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
And I got
Yeah,
this card possibilities, and it's like, please just keep like the future open. Does that make sense? Keep plans open, future open. Know that there's always going to be a future. So keep possibilities open. Keep, you know, yeah, yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Um, that was a fair bit, Michaela, for a first reading. Oh, yes, that's it. Your limitations. Wow, that is. Yeah, it does. It hits. It's important to recognise both. All right,
Mm,
the gifts
mm,
are so important, like Lockie said,
mm,
really important. But it's also good to know what your limitations are because it addresses
mm,
the boundaries that you're going to be putting into place
mm,
later
mm,
on. Right. So, Michaela, when I first mentioned to you about, comparing yourself to other people, uh, just stop doing that.
mm,
Nobody is walking in your shoes. There is nobody that is you. You are unique in this world, and whether you believe it or not, you are living the life that you were meant to live. Right? You
and you
are doing
still,
exactly the way it is meant to be lived. Any decision that you make, Michaela, is meant to be. It's all been plotted out. If you make
mm,
this decision over here and then you decide, oh, hang on a minute, I'm going to go over that way, they've all been mastered. They've all got the universe has got it all prepared for you. So you will never make a wrong choice. But please stop comparing yourself to other people.
mm,
Um, so you and other people don't matter. You and you
because
and
you are you, and
oh,
other people don't matter. Yeah,
well, other people kind of do matter, but not. She has to give to herself.
yeah. Mm.
um, Michaela, is this all making sense to you? we've been going for nearly 2.5 hours, so I think we're going to finish up with Michaela's reading. Michaela, do you have any more questions that you would like to have answered before we wrap it up for you? If you let them. Yes, exactly, Sonia. We all have our own lives and lessons to live. Yeah. And, a lot of people, before they come to the understanding that, they're not responsible for other people's lives, and start recognizing that they have their own lessons in life. And that's a hard one because, if you're in 3D and you haven't been, you haven't entered into any sort of spirituality, or you haven't been shown anything like that, they won't know, right? They won't know. It's all about what you're wearing. It's all about the type of shoes you've got on. It's all about how long your nails are. It's all about, oh, what can I have? How come the neighbours have got this and I haven't got that? Oh, shit, I better work a little bit harder. And the harder you work, the less time you spend on yourself personally. So be very aware of all of this because it's designed, our world sometimes is designed to take us away from our growing spiritually and knowing ourselves, and more designed for you to become that robot that is like the ant, literally like the ant that is building the nest, and we're at the bottom. And, there are the elites at the top who get to sit up in their high and mighty little whatever's, their thrones and things, and while everybody else works. So just ease up on yourself, Michaela. Okay? Just ease up on yourself because you're doing the very best you can.
With that question, I was going to say, I'm not too sure, but I feel like separating emotions again with that is, so what are your emotions and what are your thoughts of, like, are other people influenced? Like, try not to let other people influence for your decision, if that makes sense. Like, sorry, I'll have to. I just feel trying to separate whether it's, you're doing it for other people or for yourself, if that makes sense. Try find the one that's going to make you, your own.
Yeah.
Your own, not anything else, no one else's, not what you think other people are going to think's right. What you think's right. It's up to you to feel what you feel your heart knows is right, instead of what other people or other influences. It's try separate from the influences of life to your own true feelings. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like don't go off pleasing other people is what I'm really trying to say, if that makes sense. It's got to be something you truly want to feel from yourself, if that makes sense.
It does. It does make sense.
She's someone that likes to please people so much, but she's probably thinking, if I make this decision, it's good for me, but, what if it affects other people? Like, like them type of things, try separate that and just try find what's going to benefit you, like, and try not to let other things influence your thoughts in process.
And decisions,
yeah. I just felt,
Okay, so Michaela, what I can do for you, because I just asked my guides if it was okay. They want you. You don't have to write anything up on the screen, but I want you, because you've got two decisions. I want you to think about decision number 1 or scenario number 1, and then I want you to think about scenario number 2. So just let me know when you've got those settled in your mind, please. Because I'm going to ask the pendulum what it thinks, and then you're going to tell me after the pendulum has given an answer, as to whether it was on the same ideas as what you were going to go with originally. I think that you're just wanting some sort of confirmation. You would like, which one to take, but you're just still not sure. All right, so I'm going to ask the pendulum whether scenario 1 or scenario 2 is best for you. Okay? And then when I'm done, I will give you the answer that the pendulum's giving me to give to you, and I want you to tell me whether that was correct for you or not. Okay? So just give me a minute, Michaela. Okay. Michaela Grosner. She has a question. She has 2 scenarios. She doesn't know which one to take. She is thinking about them at the moment. Would it be better for her to take scenario number 1? Would it be better for her to take scenario number 2? Okay, so now, I'm just going to write it down because I want you to tell me. I've written it down on my hand. I want you to tell me if you were able to make a very clear choice for yourself, which one would you prefer to go with? If nothing else mattered in this world, and you were feeling really good about everything, and there was no pressure from anyone or anywhere, which one would you go with? Hang on, shit. I got number 2. So, Michelle, Michaela. It is saying scenario number 2. Now, I don't know whether you made that decision because there are outside influences that Locky was talking about that are directing you to take number 1, but they're telling me that number 2 would be better for you. Having said that, Michaela, you have the right to decide which way you're going to go. And just remember that whatever decision you make, it's already been calculated. Remember I said to you before, it doesn't matter which way you go, it will have been calculated into your life lessons. There's potential for a third choice, just to throw a spanner in the works. Is there potential? Is there potential for a third choice? Sonia wants to know. Michaela, is there potential for a third choice? I'd love to know what these are, but not on the live, obviously.
I thought 2 as well. I was actually like picking up 2 as well. Yeah, no third option.
Okay, all right. She was thinking 1, LOL. I heard her thinking.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Hang on a minute. I have to just hang on a minute, Michaela. Let's see if I can find you because I'm interested just privately. Michaela Grosner. Search. Oh, there you are. All right. I'm just going to send you a message request, Michaela. Oh, I can't. Hang on. See options. No, I can't. Okay. I'm going to send you my private messenger or my private page, and all I want you to do is send me a message request. Not a friend request, a message request. Well, that's weird. Oh, there we are. Because I'd love to know what they are. It's up to you. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it's there. Just send a message request through to me because I can't on yours. All right. I think that just about wraps things up. Anybody else has any donations that they'd like to put through? Let me know now or forever hold your peace, or well, for tonight, just for tonight, maybe. And Michaela, before we wrap yours up, have you got any more questions, or was that what note was for? I can't remember now.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so welcome, Liz. You're so welcome. Blessed day, everyone. Yes, Penny. I did not realise what time it was. Penny, I will see you. I'm going to see you in, hang on, 9, 20, 12, around about 13 or 14 hours from now. Hey, Sarah, how are you?
Hello. I'm fine. Thanks.
That was my phone.
What did it say? Hey, I'm fine. Thanks.
Ellen, I'm fine. Thanks. Hello, Siri. Siri, hello, Siri. Siri. This did that to me the other night.
Yeah, weird.
Like somebody's listening. Hello. Hello, Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Yeah, okay. I thought you said hello, Siri. No more? Okay, so there are only approximately 8 or 9 people in the background here, so we will head off for the evening. Thank you so much for your donations, people. It is going to a fantastic cause. So again, thank you. You're very welcome, Carol. And to everybody that we've given an in-depth reading to, hopefully everything that we've said has resonated for you.
Thanks, everyone, for stopping by.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will see a lot of people. I don't know whether anybody's going to be up tomorrow morning, but I will see on my next live. It will be at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, which is around 16 hours from now, or 15 hours from now. And then perhaps again on Friday. We'll just see how we go.
Nice.
All right, people. Good night. Love and light to you. Have
Good
a
night,
great
everyone.
morning.
Oh, yeah, good morning.